looking at your goals and objectives, there's always such a thing as budget. Okay? I can tell you that I have secured space and gotten ready for a show, did all of my pre-show marketing, everything was great. I fly in, check into the hotel, and I am ready for my move-in time. I'm just waiting for my move-in time, and it's great until I get there and there is no booth and there is no literature. And I tracked it to the facility. Wow. Okay. So I can tell you, you can exhibit effectively in an emergency, as long as you know where things are, like FedEx Kinko. You can do a lot of things with Michaels. I have put together a chalkboard, fabric from Hobby Lobby. Always know where Walmart is. Let me just tell you, Walmart can be your best friend. And put things together, and people in my own company come up and say, wow, I love this booth. Why don't we use this booth more? Oh, we're going to start using it more often. You don't want to say it didn't get here, you know, the booth got here, but they don't know where it is now, so I had to panic and makeshift this. You never want to admit that, but you want to have that in your back pocket. Here, this is going to be much easier for you because you're going to be here, you're moving in here. Your booth isn't going to be moving anywhere, but I say that because signage is normally expensive. I just left Kinko's this morning and I said, this is a fabulous sign that you have here. It's foam core and it has a nice little shelf there with it. And I said, how much is this? And he goes, oh, I don't know. I said, give me a range. He goes, well, it's under $10. Well, that's great if you're going to be doing a giveaway or if you're going to be doing an Expo special. You can put something together very inexpensively, have it mounted on foam core. They'll put together the sign holder for you, and you just have it there in your booth. That's $10. So if you get the business cards, and then if you do the signage, we're into $20. That's cheap, and it's effective. People will look at those types of things. Also, I encourage you not to have a lot of literature. How many people go to expos and go to conferences? Okay. Don't you love dragging around all their heavy stuff? I love it. I love it. And then if you're packing and trying to go somewhere, or if you have children, that's the best. Because your children are trying to run around, because there's a lot of just overload of a lot of noise and a lot of cool stuff. So you're trying to watch your children, and you're trying to hold on to things, and yeah, give me more stuff. So being that person who has walked that floor before, I thought, I've seen too many times my collateral, which is extremely expensive to print and transport and have there, in the garbage. So why do I want to do that? Well, I don't. So I made sure that our creative team gave me PDFs, and I put them on the monitor. So as we would do demos or we would have testimonials of our customers being there, I would say, we'd love to send you some information. They said, oh, through the mail? I said, no, what's your email? Sometimes people don't want to give you your email, their business email. And I said, you know, how about if I give it to you and you can share it with other people? Well, they look at me like I'm crazy, but sure enough, they'll come back, they'll go down one aisle, they'll come back and they'll hand me their phone. May I use your phone? And they'll say, I got it. I got your stuff. It looks great. It's a finished piece of collateral, but it's in their phone. I'm not asking them to carry it around. I'm not asking them to ship it anywhere. They can share that. And they have shared that. Because as my team follows up, I say, may I have your name? Laura? Laura stopped by the booth. And Laura was interested in this piece of collateral. I sent it to her because I've CC'd that salesperson on that email. That sales rep knows Laura was interested in this. How effective is his follow-up going to be? His or her follow-up going to be? Pretty good. As opposed to coming by the booth and picking up a lot of different things and putting in their bag and walking away. You have no idea really what they want. Okay? It's also cheaper for you. Takes up less space. Okay? Especially on your bigger shows, you pay for weight. Here, these nice people aren't making you pay for weight. okay, which is wonderful. Clarity. You want to know why that person is there. Ask those questions, okay? Train your staff to ask those questions. I was asked recently to attend a conference, which I did, and I had a camera, much like this recording is back there now. And I said, I'm just interested to see what types of booths there are out there. Or may I borrow your phone again? And I would walk up to booth after booth with people either sitting down or standing there like this, and I would walk up and they go, oh, hey, hi. What can I show you? Well, is that the kiss of death or what? When you walk into a store and somebody says, hi, what can I show you? What's your response?
I'm just looking.
Yes, it is. Thank you. We didn't plan that, but that was wonderful. So your response time and your effectiveness of this booth has just gone down a lot. So after the first day, they had a cocktail reception, which had me putting things together pretty quickly. And I said, overall, it was a good show floor. Now, I named a couple of companies. I said, how about if you stay after and let's talk for a few minutes? And I showed them some of their outtakes. Well, there was one event manager who had just flown in. She was really not happy when she saw that tape of her booth because it was everything about that. Or the sales reps were over in the corner and joking and having a great time. And here are all these people walking around their booth, way around their booth. And we had sent out to people who had attended that day, give us your thoughts. What are the booths that really impressed you? You'd be amazed because we sent it electronically how many we got. And you'd be amazed at how open and honest they were about it. Some of the exhibitors were not as happy with their open and honest feedback. So always be aware. Be aware that they are coming out there. It may be that they're coming for the fact that it's a cool venue. Get to know a couple of facts about the track itself. When it opened, how many races they've had there, how many people it can hold. Just little facts, little factoids, you know. And as people are walking through, just say, hey, what brings you out today? You know, Lord, I'm going to be picking on you all day, I'm sorry. Lord, what brings you out to the Expo today? And it just may be that you're saying, this is cool. How many people have the opportunity to come out and see this part of the track? Did you know that when this opened, it had record attendance? It actually closed down a lot of access feeder roads. They weren't anticipating this kind of traffic. You may not have known that. So you start talking and then you slip in very easily the fact that you work for Texas Health Resources. You know, do you currently have a healthcare provider? That's very smooth how you get that in there. Because you've been talking, a little banter back and forth, and I'm saying literally about 90 seconds, you've already built a rapport. So you have a better chance of them speaking with you about it. Okay? Do I have any questions about that? Because that's really, really important. Building that rapport very quickly. No questions. Okay. Also, if you're giving away something cool, okay? From time to time, you'll give away a yo-yo. Or you'll give away something that me, being a grandmother, would say, ooh, that'd be nice in a Christmas stocking. I may not be your customer. It behooves you to go ahead and give me a yo-yo and move me right on along. Okay? If you ask me, do I have a healthcare provider? Yeah, I really like my doctor. Well, thank you. Well, I'm glad to hear this. Here's your yo-yo. We hope to see you back around. Okay? I love my healthcare provider. So you're saying, okay, this lady is crazy. She's missing a good thing with us. So be clear as to why you're here and what you have to offer them. Okay. In order for you to deliver the wow factor, you have to know what those goals and objectives are. You have to be very clear on what your budget is. You have to be able to work within that budget. And you have to know what your elements of success are. Okay, your elements of success are before, You have a database, hopefully, of your customers and your prospects. Be letting them know now that you're going to be at this venue. This is a cool venue. You want to build up as much about the venue as you build up about the fact that you're going to be there. Why? A lot of people have these expos in a hotel conference room. Boring. Okay, incredibly boring. Nobody really loves to go into a hotel because all you're doing is you're basically trapped there. Here, it is just the coolest place ever. Not everybody has access to this. Let them know. Okay? Then, you want to build the fact that you are one of many exhibitors that are going to be there. Some of the cool places. Now, Karen, wave your hand. She's wonderful. She helps, and she is one of the main leaders of a group called Magic. If you don't have a marketing person that you can rely on, because I know that y'all have nothing else going on in your lives, your work lives, you're just sitting back, relaxing, and eating bonbons all day. If you don't feel comfortable writing some of these perky, effective tweets and emails, Karen can connect you with people in this marketing networking group who can help you put together some of these emails and tweets for you. In some cases, you really don't go to these types of events that often, so you don't really require to have a full-time marketing person, but from time to time you could use the help. Karen can help connect you with one of those people. There is an art to marketing. There is an art to exhibiting. And it can be extremely effective and extremely profitable. But it can also be a drain if you don't handle it correctly. And that's why Dana and Karen said, let's try and get somebody in here and talk this up a little bit. So, and then also your timelines. You haven't gotten your exhibitor kit yet, but when you do, read that cover to cover. That's going to give you timelines. You want to be able to take that exhibitor kit, and that is going to be your project plan. Not your program plan, but your project plan. Your project plan is something that you don't distribute out. That's yours. That's like your calendar. Okay? That project plan is going to help you stay on task. The program plan is going to help you with the high level. And when you receive that, that's going to let you know when your move-in time is, so that you don't miss that and you don't impede other people. And also when your deliveries can arrive there. Okay? Huge, hugely important. Okay? Now, we're in the program plan. That lets you know, and that helps you better establish for everyone what your plan is. When is it, and where is it? The publicity going around. I heard from Dana, I asked him, I said, okay, what is the publicity plan for this? He goes, well, each one of the chambers is promoting it to their base. Okay? So, if you're in the Keller chamber, you want to get with South Lake and you want to get with the other chambers who are partnering here to make sure that your promotions get out there. Okay? Because you want to reach farther than just Keller. Okay? This is a great opportunity of these chambers working together. Again, your chambers are really looking out for your best interests and making sure that they're delivering a solid value back to you. So utilize that. That's incredibly important. So you want to know when those emails are going to be going out. You also want to let people know that you're partnering with these chambers. So ask them, can I put your chamber link in my emails? Do you mind if I do a hyperlink back to your chamber homepage? I bet you they won't. They'll probably want to look at it first and make sure what the verbiage looks like, and they may want to work with you a little bit on that. All the help in the world is always good. Okay? Also, you want to look at any aspects. Are there sessions, are there speakers, are there giveaways, any type of promotions? And the discussion needs to be had, should we sell something? Okay, giveaways are one thing. Promotions are something else. If you want to give everybody, as I mentioned, a yo-yo, that's great. If you want to do a drawing for a massage, or if you want to do a drawing for maybe it's a cholesterol test, a free cholesterol test, that'd be great. Make sure that you clearly promote that with people. Maybe you're going to have a nurse there and you're going to have someone talking about women's breast cancer issues. You know, how you can get ahead of the curve and how monthly diagnosis helps. Maybe you have someone there speaking. Okay? If you're going to have someone there speaking, you need to promote that that person may not be there all day. Maybe they're only going to be there a short period of time. So promote that as well. And if you're going to sell something, let people know that they're going to be Expo specials. Okay? Also, anyone who has a cell phone and has access to Coupon Sherpa, that's phenomenal. Every morning when I have coffee, I go through Coupon Sherpa. Also, they don't pay me. But this past Sunday, I was drinking my coffee and I saw on Coupon Sherpa that Olive Garden was giving away a free entree to veterans on Sunday for Veterans Day. Well, how lucky for me, I just happened to be married to a veteran. Where do you think we went for brunch after church? Olive Garden. Okay, thank you so much. Coupon Sherpa. C-O-U-P, and Sherpa is S-H-E-R-P-A. Sherpa. And there's a whole list of things. Okay? Dry cleaners, massage, restaurants, Kirkland's is in there. There's also, as far as I'm concerned, you need to look at your audience. Sometimes you can offer a hard dollar figure off. Let's say you're doing a Expo extravaganza, EE, and you want to give away a 10% discount on your services or whatever you're selling. Or you want to give a hard dollar figure. I would encourage you to do a market research study. I would encourage you to have two separate opportunities, two separate websites, and see which one is more beneficial to you.